go to a random dock somewhere and get a crate of souls and all that jazz. No, it doesn't look like we are. I didn't remember us being on it, but I always check when I come back because he's been a good ally to have, and I'd really hate to lose him just because this game has a god-awful objective screen. Again, one of my few complaints about the game. Someone said that we have a lot of secrets. So let me see if I can find that. That would be under curiosities. Yeah, they said they thought we had like 50. We do not. We have, if I'm able to read the numbers there, Bill, feel free to check me, but I think that says 16. I can read it on like all the other cards. Okay, cool. But yeah, because that one really blends. They maybe should have made that a different color. Anyway, we're fairly certain it says 16. Now, that is probably more than we need to be holding on to right now. I'll probably use at least a couple of them to upgrade our stats, probably Veils, if we can upgrade it further, because we're eventually going to hit like a maximum where our officers can't increase it anymore, but I think they only work off of our base Veils, not like with all the bonuses and stuff, and our base Veils is much, much lower than that. So we should be good. I'll increase it a little bit. I think I'll burn like 4 of them on that just to get it to 70. But yeah, the reason we're holding on to some secrets is because, for example, we need them for quests sometimes. And one that I can actually just show you right here without even leaving London. Let's go to our lodgings. Let's go to our study. If we want to create any of these items that we need to like make our Song of the Z, which is our goal, eventually, hopefully, we need 7 secrets for each component of these. So that is something that you need to be aware of. Like, we actually do need these secrets for things other than increasing our stats. And it's part of the reason that I hold on to at least a few. In fact, I think it looks like we can complete one component of that, but I do have to remember it does take cargo space, and our cargo is full right now. Let's see. Yeah, we can make the Monstrous Almanac, which would increase our pages, which increases the rate at which we gain fragments, which increases the rate at which we gain more secrets. And we need to make it anyway as part of our life goal. So actually, yeah, scratch increasing the stats. I think we're going to make this and then maybe hold on to the rest. Although we'd still have like 11 left at that point. Maybe I'll use a couple. But that's why I've been holding on to them. So let's see. For the other ones, we need a live specimen. And I think we friggin' had one, but one of the crew kept pitching a fit. And we threw it out. Damn it. Next time, don't listen to the idiots. We don't have quite enough lamentable relics, but see, we're actually like really close to that one. We only need 2 more lamentable relics for that. And I know we could get them by visiting, I believe it's Adam's Way, the place with the tree. Because if you fail to catch the fruit coming out of the tree, it's usually a lamentable relic, if I'm remembering right. So yeah, actually no, we're hanging on to these secrets, guys. We need them for this. Yeah, we have 7 outlandish artifacts. We're gonna go ahead and make this. And this one doesn't actually require supplies, so we're gonna have to sell something to make room. Wonderful. What's in our hold right now? A strange catch. I know we're holding on to that for, I want to say it might be the cure. 1 minute. Dang it, I have to go through the objective screen again. I hate this screen. Alright, I can look at it here. Because we have Foxfire candles to go try to find Solace Fruit at the college. And we can get Muter Salt up near Wither, although it's going to cost us a lot of Z stories, but we can get it. And yeah, that's what we're holding on to Strange Cache for. Okay. We could maybe sell some of the mushroom wine that we're carrying because we don't have too many specific uses of that for mine, and it's easy enough to get more of it here if we need it. Crap, I think we need to make room for some foxfire candles too. We need a bigger hold. We need a bigger ship. And I don't think we're quite at the point where we can make that happen. I mean, sure, we could afford that one, but it doesn't have a bigger hold. So what would be the point? That's the main reason we want a bigger ship. Yeah, we want the Menad, and we're not quite there yet. That's why we're holding on to all these echoes. Oh, it'll be so much nicer when we have a bigger hold. It'll be so much nicer. There'll probably be a million other problems, but that'll be fixed. There, we now have 9 secrets left. So I'm going to hold on to... And, like, we gained the 7 pages for that. So we did gain stats as if we'd spent the secrets at an officer raising it, although I don't think you can even do that for pages. So we still gained that, and now we have this monstrous almanac. And we're probably not going to actually equip it, because I think it equips to a slot that we have something else in that we're using. Yeah, equips to auxiliary. We'd have to lose the We Are Clay. I really like the We Are Clay, and the We Are Clay is giving us 5 iron anyway, plus reducing our crew needs and giving us engine power. It's just not worth having 7 in hearts or even 7 in pages under most circumstances, unless we know going in that we're going to need that stat to be higher. Then we might swap it for a second, but yeah, now our hold's full again. We have the foxfire candles, so we're going to go down to the mangrove college and try to get the solace fruit. And then at some point, we're going to head north to get muter salt. Okay. Our hull is repaired. Our terror is low. We have supplies, even though they are about to eat a crate. We have plenty. Just kind of wish they'd eaten before we got into dock, but jeez, when has that not been the case? All right. Well, I mean, I suppose thank you for pointing out that I did have all those secrets, because even though we ended up, you know, pointing out like, hey, I've been saving them for this, it made me look and go, oh, we can actually make one of them. So there's that. And we're pretty close to being able to make the one that needs lamentable relics. So considering that's going to need 7 of the 9 that we're carrying, and you never know when you might need a spare. Because sometimes, you know, random quests and things will need it too. Plus, you can also trade them in Irem if you really want to, so. They have a lot of uses, is my point. And they don't take up cargo space. Like, curiosities and things don't take that up, so. I tend to just kind of hoard them. So, let's see. We need to go down here to the Melting Isles. So we're going to stop at Mutton Island, because why not? We'll pick up a port report. We'll grab a port report from Gator's Moored and the Cumaean Canal, the Iron Republic, then Melting Isles. And yeah, we're not putting the Bloomingans ashore anywhere because we need it to help the brisk campaigner. Getting another Bloomingen would require us to go all the way to the Uttershroom, which would be quite the trip. I'm sure we'll be out there again eventually. But I'd rather it didn't need to be right this second, because it is all the way over here. Like, it is most of the way to Esteval. And I'm planning to head back towards Esteval too at some point, but I have absolutely no clue how to shield ourselves from the sun, like how to progress that forward. And I was kind of tossing it around, and you know, something that I've never really interacted much with in this game. I've never really explored the surface all that much, because you can go up to the surface via the Cumaean Canal here. So I've never really done that. Maybe we could find something like, you know, our experiences on the surface would give us some kind of hint. That's a possibility. And then another thought is like maybe something to do with the Dawn Machine or something. But yeah, there's a reason I haven't done this very often. You need so much freaking fuel. And I don't think it's scaled to your ship size. I don't think it is. So especially with a smaller ship, it's just hard to have that much fuel with you. You can do it, but we can think about our past as a poet, which gets us more pages. It's another reason to pick the poet past, actually, because again, there are just so few ways to increase pages outside of a few events like this. You know, it would be kind of an interesting effect that I have seen in a few other games, like the Call of Cthulhu tabletop games, where sometimes having low perception, which in this case would be mirrors, I'd think, can actually sometimes be a good thing because you just don't see the horrible eldritch horror. You just, if you don't see it, it doesn't drive you insane, kind of deal. Now, sometimes you don't see it and then you die, so it's not always a good thing, but I do think it would be kind of funny if, like, you know, overall having low stats was a bad thing, but maybe each one of them had a little bonus. Like, for example, maybe having super low veils, everyone just assumes that you're too much of a fool to be cunning or sly, so maybe they'll let things slip just because they think you're a complete and utter unsettled moron. Low iron, I struggle to really think of, other than maybe people just, you'd be kind of unnoticeable. Like, tough guys just would not even bother with you. It's like you're not worth it. I don't know. I feel like I could probably come up with better ideas. This is just off the top of my head, but mirrors is one that I do have, like, that answer off the top of my head. And I do think that would have been kind of a cool element. Like, overall, make having low stats a bad thing. I'm not arguing that point, but just would have been a cool idea. Okay, first up, do we have the hold capacity to grab a passenger? Yes, we do. Okay, Corsair's Forest. Cool. We are going to eat, drink, and be merry to get the terror under control. Especially considering that, for all I know, Into the Wisp ways might increase terror. That wouldn't surprise me. You can leave at any time, but if you get in far enough, you'll generally find something interesting. Okay, I'm glad I brought more than... I'm glad I bought extra front. Okay, we can say this. I'm glad we brought extra Foxfire candles and supplies, because I kind of wondered if maybe this was one of those instances where you would need more than just the entry amount. Oh, whole new background. Cool. Narrow waterways and quaggy paths, marsh lights and mud. Now and then, parasynthetic mosses like shaggy curtains. Now and then, a questing tentacle. Further into the swamp you are, the more terror you may gain. Yeah, no. 3 skeletons on a hummock. They sprawl companionably around a long dead fire, as if they simply couldn't be bothered to get up. Nothing remains of their clothes or possessions. They've been long robbed, and their purses as well as their flesh. Each carries only a sardonic grin and a robe of creepers. Darkness between the trees. Come closer, the wind says in branches. Here is peace. Yeah, we had to use some more Foxfire candles, so we're down to 1 left. In dappled gray and black, nothing threatens you. Follow gliding lights. A knot of 7 wisps weaves ahead, beckoning you to follow. 7 is lucky, a sailor mutters. Except when it's unlucky 7. That's helpful. Screw it. Following them. Byways. The light from the wisps touches glistening tree bark, beetles in motionless glossy clumps, bracket fungus yellow as parchment, the eyes of marsh rats, and here a path. A shimmering web. Half material strands of blue-black light hang between the trees. Something strayed out of the realm of dreams to spin this. Its touch drinks life. Find a way around. Even with our pages, which is decently high. Like, I think the stats can go up to 200, I want to say is the cap. So, yeah, it could definitely be higher. But, 70-something pages ain't terrible. And we still only got 57% chance. Okay, kind of wishing that I'd gone ahead and equipped. Yeah, honestly, you know what? Going into a situation like this where it's like the engine power and stuff from the, well then, I say that, but, unequipping the We Are Clay would drop our iron by 5. So, I mean, it's not like they aren't giving us stats. But I guess if we come in here and we run into a lot of pages, challenges and not so many iron, maybe we start equipping our almanac before we come in here. We're gonna try. Of course not. Of course not. A long way around. You crash ill-temperedly through spinned weeds and stinging mosses. Blue-furred apelings hoot mockingly. The mud bubbles like a dying soldier. Someone's missing. Someone's missing. Okay, we are out of candles, so bring more than 3, I guess. It's a shame because the abandoned fort does look interesting, but... The roofs of the college. Hours later, you squelch out into relative safety. You need a bath. How you need a bath. Thank God that a steamer is never short of hot water. Yeah, we didn't really get anything from that, so you have to go in really far to actually get anything. So, good to know. We're gonna need to come back with way more candles.